If you're anything like me, then you are far from perfect. We all are, right? Who isn't? We make promises, we make commitments, we are determined to do something or accomplish something or not do something, and we mess it up. And then, I don't know, I should speak for myself, I guess. I beat myself up about it, and then I feel like this failure. But I'm here to say that I think this is a mistake. And it's a mistake born of treating life as though it is a series of decisions that we make that get us to where we want to go. I mean, it would certainly be nice if that's how it worked. It would be nice if we could just identify the things that were our shortcomings or the things we wanted to improve, or identify the ideal version of ourselves and just be like, oh yeah, that's how I want to be, decision made, and it was final. No, that's not how it works. And that's because life is a practice. And in order to get better, we generally have to keep practicing. It's an ongoing affair. So today on this Sunday Morning Laundry series, episode 2, I'm going to begin again with you right now. So way back in the day, there was this guy called Benjamin Franklin. You may have heard of him. He had this autobiography, and in the autobiography, he had this list of 13 virtues that he wanted to live by. But he recognized also that although he aspired to be perfect at these virtues, implementing these virtues into his life, he noticed that he constantly had a lot of imperfections with regard to these virtues. Yes, even Benjamin Franklin realized that he wasn't perfect and that life was a practice. And so he implemented this practice. He took these 13 virtues, he listed them all out in a specific order, and each week of his life, he would focus on one of these virtues. And he'd go down the list each week working on a new virtue, and then when he got to the end of the list, he would restart from the beginning again. Just to give you an idea of what we're talking about, these are the virtues: temperance, silence, order, resolution, frugality, industry, sincerity, justice, moderation, cleanliness, tranquility, chastity, and humility. Now that's a lot right there. Those are a lot of things. And, Benjamin knew that if he tried to take them on all at once, it'd be overwhelming. It's hard. We're human. So what I'm going to do is each week I'm going to attack one of these things, and then the next week I'm going to post a video on Sunday morning, and I'm just going to confess all of the ways that I up. That's fun, right? It's fun to hear other people talk about how they screwed up. All right, so here we go. Number 1 for this week is temperance. Benjamin's description of this one is: eat not to dullness, drink not to elevation. I read that he put this one first on purpose because he felt that whatever you're ingesting, however you're fueling your body, and if you're over fueling your body, overeating, overindulging, that's going to color the rest of your perception, and it's going to affect the way that you're able to work on all the rest of these things. And man, is that the truth, right? I feel like I've been really off lately with my eating because I've been sick, over the last couple of weeks, and I'm way off. I'm way out of whack with everything. So this is a great place to start. I need to get back to just eating right. And as someone who was formerly a really hardcore drug addict, in the worst kind of ways, I have a horrible relationship with moderation. Moderation is something that I want to work on in my life so bad, and I still struggle with it today. Also, what I'm going to have to address is just the ingesting of other things. A couple of things, actually, to confess. I have this vape that ended up at my house. Vaping is something I stopped doing quite some time ago, but just over the last couple of weeks, I've been kind of hitting this vape again, so I got to get rid of that and stop doing that. The other thing is that, and this is something that I want to make a whole separate video on because I think it's such an important topic, I started doing a little bit of microdosing of THC. I have to say that I don't think it was a bad thing completely to start doing that. I have this very interesting relationship with THC where I just don't really like being high on it, but the kind of microdosing thing has had actually some positive effects, but I have found that I'm doing it more frequently than I would like to, so I want to just completely stop that for now, just to kind of reset. If I'm honest with myself, it's gotten a little bit more, it's gotten a little bit less controlled than I would like it to be. So I need to understand that, I I have a history of serious addiction, and it's something I need to keep in check. So what I need to do right now is just completely stop and assess the situation. And I'll talk more about it next week. So I have a lot to work on. Here's the bottom line with all of this. I have learned conclusively over the last 3 years, actually 3.5 years now, since I've been locked up and on house arrest and all that stuff, being in alignment with your values day to day, or at least working on that, is such a more powerful cultivator of happiness and well-being than any kind of circumstantial or financial or material success could ever be. I'm not saying that there's necessarily anything wrong with having everything or pursuing material abundance. What I'm saying is aspiring to align yourself with the best version of yourself trumps the former every time, if what you're looking for is real fulfillment and contentment in your life. All right, you have a great day and a great week, and I'll see you next Sunday morning.